morning. Today is Thursday, January 16th. And first off, I want to wish Esther a safe trip home. She's going back to London today, so I said a little prayer for a safe journey for her. But we do have birthdays, because today is Connie, or it's 123X Connie B. It's Connie's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Connie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I also have in my calendar that you're turning 40 today. Angie Waters, W-A-T-T-E-R-S. I don't know, some of my birthdays carried over from last year, and I don't know if you were 40 last year or you're 40 this year, but let's say you're 40. You're going to always be 40. Wouldn't that be nice? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It just seems like I just turned 40, and I'm going to be 70. Oh, the years, they fly by. They just fly by so fast. But today is also Diana Wyatt's birthday, so Diana, you get a song also. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diana. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, what are we doing? We're on our way to go pay the water bill. It's not that far from my house. I could probably just have mailed it, but I wanted to get out because I had to get out of the house. We're supposed to get 5 to 7 inches of snow starting tomorrow. So I'm hoping that it's not too bad that I get to my meeting. I don't think it will. I live in Michigan. We're used to the snow. Not like Minnesota. My gosh, they know how to handle snow. Let me tell you, they know how to handle snow, especially in Duluth. But gonna stay on track today. Danny's coming over with Sebastian and Oliver to visit because Shannon's working a little bit of overtime today, so he called and said he was going to stop by and visit. So looking forward to seeing the boys. And I got to pick up Alyssa from school today because Jimmy has a side job again. So I got to remember to pick up Alyssa. And actually I forgot until I just mentioned it just now. So it's a good thing I'm doing this channel so that I can remember things I got to do. But after we pay the water bill, we got to go to CVS to pick up Jim's prescription. They were actually supposed to send it to our mail order because what do you call it? Hey buddy, it's cheaper if we do the mail order. But I think that they sent it to CVS, so I'm going to see how much it is. And then I have to go to Kroger's because even with all my grocery shopping yesterday, I forgot to buy toilet paper. We need toilet paper. And so that's all I'm getting in there. The lucky thing is when you go in, if you go to the right, it's the bakery, but if you go to the left, it's the toilet paper, and that's all I need to get. So right to the left is where I'm going. And then I'm just going to stay on track today, follow my menu plan, which is really working for me. Which brings up the quote I had at the beginning of the video, is baby steps. You got to take baby steps. I know that most people, when they think they learn how to swim, they always say that they threw them in the deep end and then they had to survive. That's how my father learned how to swim. They threw him off the pier. I guess they were meaner back in those days. But anyway, I always remember we started off in the kiddie pool and you did a little bit of blowing bubbles in the water and then, step by step until you learned how to swim. I'm not the strongest swimmer. I can swim to save my life. But I'm sorry if you're with me. Each man for himself, because I am not strong enough to help someone else. Maybe if I put in the situation I had to do it, I probably would at least try, but I think we both would go down because I am not a strong swimmer at all. But anywhere you get, anything you do, any accomplishments you make, you got to take that first step. Sometimes you got to take a little tiny little baby step. You'd like to take the big giant step, but in my case, I take baby steps. And my baby steps for this year was changing up what I eat, because I always hated showing you my food because it was always the same thing. In the morning I had a breakfast platter of fruit and an egg, occasionally a bagel, and then for dinner I always had chicken of some sort or a salad, and I very rarely ate lunch. But no, I'm changing it up this year, and baby steps. Another thing which I've never done before is menu planning. If you want a menu, go over to Joan's Pointed Plate, and in her description box she'll give you a link to her one of her recipes or whatever. She's got a bunch of things in there, and click on her link. If you don't see it, just put in the comments, I'd like a copy of your printable menu, and she'll send it to you. And I have to say that I really do think that that's really helping me out this year. And that was a baby step. That was a small step for me to take, because it was a baby step. But I took it, and now I'm taking a little bit bigger steps, you know, looking forward to changing up what I'm eating, looking forward to something different that I'm going to eat. But forget who it was, but somebody had mentioned in my comments that I've been talking about my exercise and activity. I haven't been doing too much. And I know this is terrible to say, but I miss walking. I really do miss walking, but I don't walk in the winter because of the weather, because of the sidewalks. There's a lot of black ice. If you're not from the north, black ice is like, it's a thin sheet of ice that you don't really see, because most of the pavements are black, or the cement is dark, and you don't see it. And so it's ice, but it's invisible, and so they call it black ice. And then you're walking along, and then you hit a patch of that, and you go flying. So that's why I don't walk. I didn't pay for the month membership for the swim this month, because they were closed a lot of the days, and I get my money's worth. And then, you know what, I really, in the winter, sad to say, I just like staying in my bed. I don't like getting up. I lay in my bed, I play games, I read the news feeds on my phone, and but I do want to get back to doing some sort of activity. But I find, which is sad to say, and Dish with Diva will attest to this, she didn't exercise when she lost her weight, and she still lost well over 100 pounds. I think she's lost 112. So I mean, she did it without exercise. I really think, I always convinced myself that the only way I would lose weight is if I exercised, and I found that not to be true. But I really need to exercise to tone, because I don't want to get flabby. And it's easier for I hate to say 70, but like a 70-year-old woman to get flabby than a 50-year-old woman. You're both going to get flabby if you don't exercise, but your muscles are a little bit looser when you get to be my age. So and every time I'm like thinking, well, you know, I'm going to start walking again, it starts to snow, because it's snowing right now. Not a lot, just a little bit. It's like flurries, but just enough that it's going to, well, I'm getting my exercise in by moving around, getting out of the house. I do walk around a little bit more. I do have to recharge my Fitbit, because the battery went dead, and I forgot. And I know it. I'm still wearing it, but it's not working because the battery's dead. Okay, we are now officially at the water department. Pay my bill so I can have some water. And then on to CVS. So I will see you at breakfast. Okay, I told you I'm changing up my eating a little bit. I always have to have a protein at breakfast, so I always like to have a hard-boiled egg with some strawberries and some nana bread and some spinach artichoke jalapeno dip. I'm going to have a cup of tea because I'm classy, sassy, and a bit smart assy. They know me so well. But these are the little dippers that I use. They're 1 point each, and 3 points for 2 tablespoons of the artichoke and jalapeno dip, or some people call it japoloni. Anyway, I started my day with a prayer. Today is January 16th. My quote is, "You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated." Baby steps, remember, baby steps. 23 smart points, 3 points for your 2 tablespoons of the spinach artichoke dip, 3 points for the 3 pieces of bread, and 0 for the egg, the tea, and the berries. So it's a 6-point breakfast, and I still have 17 points left for my lunch and my dinner. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to have a vegetable platter with a little bit of fruit and a cheese stick for my protein, and we're going to let's get fit with Sandy. So it's a 5-point lunch, 0 for my veggie platter, 3 points for the southwestern dip, 2 points for the cheese stick, and 0 for the tea and the berries. So it's a 5-point lunch, and I have 12 points left for my dinner. I forgot to show you the dip I use. It's spicy Southwestern style sour cream dip. And it's 3 points for 2 tablespoons. Always put your points on it. It's easier. Then you don't have to keep scanning everything. Okay, for dinner we're having the other half of the sweet potato, some refried beans and sour cream, and a spinach salad, and then my mixture of my lemonade and diet cranberry juice. There's my diet cranberry juice and my lemonade. I put 2 tablespoons of the Panera dressing on my salad. I put a tablespoon of feta cheese. I put just about a tablespoon of sour cream. And just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon of the fat-free cheese. So I had 12 points left for my dinner, 0 for my refried beans, my spinach, my salad, 1 point for my lemonade, 1 point for my dressing, 5 points for my sweet potato, 2 points for a tablespoon and a half. Well, I actually only used a tablespoon. Oh well. Of sour cream and 2 tablespoons of cheese between my feta cheese and my regular cheese. So I still have 1 that I'm left over. Dan came over and he had, what'd you have?
I had thin crust pizza because it's healthier.
Yeah, and what else did you have?
I think that's it. Some crazy bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some crazy bread.
Yeah. And then Jim is having barbecued ribs with wings with some air fried potatoes. I cooked them a little bit too long, but he didn't want to be on my video. But Danny did.
I didn't realize this was going to happen. Dad apparently knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. So how's your dinner?
Good. And I don't care how many points it is.
Sad. Sad.
Made the experience better.
They come to visit and they stay on their phones and their iPads.
Yo, you just passed her.
Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Everybody left. Jim's painted the bathroom today, our bathroom. So he's just putting stuff back together right now. That's about it. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. So I'll see you guys in the morning.